Welcome, my brothers and sisters, to the Sunday service. I'm Reverend Cash Grab, that's what they call me around these parts. And first things first, I have not seen any of you young brothers at our services on Sunday. You have not given your donations, and that's why many of you are having your problems with the fantasy football god. Let me tell you. What you gotta do is you gotta be making them calls. You gotta call the number right down here, 267-970-4. And you gotta call, and you got to give that cash. That will save your ass. That's what I'm talking about. It says it right here. It says it in Reggie Bush's letter to the Trojans. It says, thou shalt not donate without getting your ass whooped. Because if you don't give the money, then shit goes funny. And none of you have donated yet. And for a small donation, and I'm not talking about the thing that jingles, I'm talking about the thing that folds, you'll get some official Reverend Grab holy water. Ha! You can drink it. Woo! You can stink it. Woo! It don't matter, baby, because it gives you the salvation that you need. Ha! So first things first, the number is right here, as I said. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, and all things in between, what we got for you. First, we're going to go into our prayer session. Then we're going to take a little bit of phone calls. And then we got special requests. So let's get to the prayers, first of all. And the first prayer goes out to a young man who's got a biblical name, but that's the only thing biblical about him. And it is our brother Seth. Praise the fantasy football gods, because our brother needs salvation. Seth, look at me, brother. You're struggling already. You're struggling since you've been here. You struggle with your draft. You struggle on your team. You just struggle. So this is what I want you to do. Put your hands right here. Put that hand right here and say, look, I know fantasy football God. I am a loser. Say it now. Say it loud. Say it so your family can hear you. I am a loser. Our success is not part of my DNA. Under my will, I draft 3 straight quarterbacks that I cut. Trent Richardson, I signed him to actually work for me and not play on my fantasy football team. And we will pray for Brother Trent later. Say it with me. Keep your hand on the screen, though, Brother Seth. Because we're going to get that salvation you need. I am a fantasy football sinner. I know that I am not a winner. I will never say chicken dinner. But say it with me. I give my will to the fantasy football God. I will give you 10% of my earnings, which means 10% of a dilapidated house. But it is still 10%. And I will acquire mediocrity. Now, we talking about a God now. I mean, you're so bad, we can only give you mediocrity. I mean, that's all we can do. I mean, come on. This is fantasy football God, not real God. I mean, but Brother Seth, say it with me. I'm a loser. I was not meant to play fantasy football. Never will I win at fantasy football, but I can be mediocre. Say it with me. Say it loud. I am mediocre. Believe it. Believe in your mediocrity. Because you are horrible right now, but you can be mediocre. And everybody who's watching right now, you say it with me. Pray for Brother Seth to one day be mediocre. Now we're going to move on to the next brother who needs some healing. And that's we talking about our brother Kevin. Brother Kevin has been out of line since day one as the number 2 man. As we know, this young brother is a sycophant to someone who has the charismatic knowledge and aptitude of an eel. But he is still his number 2 man. And we want to say to Brother Kevin right now. So, Brother Kevin, you do it too. Put your hand, put your foot, put whatever you need to put on the screen and say this. I know that I'm the number 2 guy. in Julian's life. I know I'm the backup. I know that I am the third string quarterback. I am Tim Tebow to Julian's regular average quarterback. I do realize that. I realize that anywhere I go, I'm that other dude that the girls look at. I realize though I may be facially challenged, and I may be charismatically challenged, and I may be intellectually challenged, and I may have the perspicacity and verbal fortitude of a small retarded child. I do realize that one day, by praying to the fantasy football God and giving me your 10%, that maybe I can move up the evolutionary chain to be Julian's wingman and not just his number 2 child. I know that I am Oates to his Paul and Oates. I know that I am the guy in the Goodfellas that was laughing in the background. I know I'm Johnny Roast Beef. I'm not one of the main characters that everybody gives a shit about. I know that I'm Cornel West in The Matrix. I'm just kind of sitting there and you're like, who the hell is that? Oh, was that Cornel West that just walked by? That's the way we know that's the way at Westchester it is for you. You get that a lot. Was that Kevin? Oh, what the hell is that kid's name? Because no one knows who you are. And we pray that one day you don't shoot up a school with your lack of social skills and knowledge. We pray that one day you don't put mirrors on your shoes and start walking around looking under ladies' skirts. We pray that one day, Brother Kevin, you actually get laid without using Julian's name. We pray this, Brother Kevin. We pray that though your acne is severe for a man in his mid-20s, that one day you execute it. You execute it through the Lord, through the fantasy football God. He can do this for you. You can get proactive. You need to get 2 types of proactive. Regular proactive and the type of proactive that you can buy for $39.99. Brother Kevin, the fantasy football guy. It says it in the book. It says it in Allen Iverson's letter to the Sixers. I am the man, and these niggas around me is crew thick, and you're crew thick, all right? You're like the guy that kind of carries their luggage, all right? So we're going to get you from luggage man to wing man through the fantasy football God. We're going to get you from serving wings to Julian and the crew to actually being a wing man. And we can do that through the fantasy football God. And we're going to pray for the health of Alshon, Brother Alshon Jeffrey too. Because I see he's injured every week and he's a good brother. He donates. You don't, but he donates. And he's a good brother. Praise the fantasy football God. But Brother Kevin, we are going to turn your lack of knowledge and your lack of handsomeness and charisma, and we're going to turn that frown upside down with this 10% donation. So say it with me, Brother Kevin. I'm mediocre. I'm not handsome. At best, my intelligence is average. My talent is lacking. My skills are weak. And in no way, shape, or form am I equal to Julian, who ain't a prize pig himself. But I will try, and through the fantasy football God, one day I can move into that second place. I can be the Revolution to Prince. I can be a Blue Note compared to Howard Melvin. I can be a Pip. Say it with me, Kevin. You can be a Pip. And you can be a Pip through the fantasy football gods. Thank you and praise the fantasy football God. Now moving on, I believe we're going to take some phone calls. Now, our first phone call is from you're telling me it's from a T. Barnes. He said he doesn't want anyone to know his real name, so he's going by T. Barnes. Are you going by T. Barnes? Oh, he's telling us now that's too obvious. He's going to go by Tim B. Okay. So Brother Tim B wants to know this. He said, I've thought out of the box for the first time in my life and picked Julio Jones, who had a great game for me. And he wants to thank the fantasy football god because he spent his whole offseason, and I want to thank that brother for what he's done with the fantasy football god, for praying to the fantasy football god, and it enabled him to make one outside the box move, which is gigantic for a man who thinks in more concrete than a damn city. So here we go. We want to give him a special shout out, and I want to tell you, Brother Tim, your oil is on the way for $10 more. Your oil is on the way. So thank you, Brother Tim. You're getting there. Praise the fantasy football god. Hopefully by the end of the year, you'll be 500. That's what we're going to try to get you at. All right, brother? So thank you. All right, so moving on. Who else we got to talk about? Who else are we going to talk about today? We wanted to talk about really quick that Brother Julian. Brother Julian, we got a special request for you, and it went out for a young man who called himself Tevin, not Tevin. Yes, he did. And he's got a special, he said to me, Reverend Cash Grab, he's like this. He said, brother, I am in love with this man. He said, I'm in love with this man. His name is Julian, and he's the most amazing man that I have ever met in my life. And he said, you know that song that you sing, that y'all sing at Fantasy Football Church? He said he wanted me to dedicate it to him. So that's what I'm going to do. Y'all brothers, y'all keep with the camera. I'm going to dedicate this right to him real quick. And here we go. This is for Kevin. And Kevin, he said that he wants to dedicate this to Julian. So here we go. I sing because I'm happy. I sing because I'm free. I sing because I love Julian. Kevin Julian is it. I wish he was here now, but we're at different schools. I cry myself to sleep, 'cause Julian's so damn cool. I follow him everywhere. I'm his number 3 guy. When he wears those tight-ass shirts, I say, Julian, you're so fly. I get all the ugly girls that Julian throws away. If it wasn't for Julian, niggas would say I'm gay. But now I follow Julian. I wear all his clothes. I know Julian thinks this Kevin shit is old, but I love Julian so much till day's end. If Julian asks me to, I get on all fours and bend, 'cause I love that man. I'm his little pup. I just love Julian. I don't give a fuck who knows I love a man. I'm his number 2 guy. One day Julian might let me cry. I love you, Julian. I love you, Julian. I love you, Julian. I love you, Julian. I'm your follower, and I love you, Julian. I do whatever you want me to do. Tell me what to do, 'cause I love you. Thank you very much. Now, As you have seen today, you have witnessed the power of the fantasy football god. We've given away oil for $10. And don't forget, if you call the number below, if you call down to the Holy Bird and you call down and you get the fantasy football rule book, if you look at Theo's email to the assholes around the league, it says to sign a player on after the Monday Night Football game. So y'all brothers remember that. So don't go tripping and anything like that. And remember what the good book says. Remember what it says. If you give us money, your life won't be so funny. Praise him! And I'm out, suckers. How was it?
Good. That's something wrong with you, man.